She rebuilt herself alone. The powerful message every woman needs to hear. There comes a moment in every woman's life when she realizes that no one is coming to save her. It is not the easiest moment, but it is often the one that changes everything. The pain she once tried to avoid becomes the very thing that teaches her strength. The heartbreak she thought would destroy her becomes the reason she discovers who she truly is. Maybe she was betrayed by someone she trusted. Maybe she gave years of her life to people who never appreciated her. Maybe she spent so long trying to make everyone else happy that she forgot what happiness even felt like for herself. One day, she looked in the mirror and barely recognized the person staring back. That was the day everything began to change. She stopped waiting for apologies that would never come. She stopped chasing people who kept walking away. She stopped explaining her worth to those who were determined not to see it. Instead, she chose herself. It wasn't dramatic. There was no audience. There were no loud announcements on social media. There was only a quiet decision made deep within her heart. I deserve better. From that moment forward, every small step mattered. She woke up even when she didn't feel motivated. She learned new skills. She focused on her health. She read books that strengthened her mind. She spent time alone, not because she was lonely, but because she was rebuilding. She realized that healing isn't about forgetting the past. Healing is learning that the past no longer controls your future. People noticed the difference, not because she became louder, but because she became calmer. Not because she demanded respect, but because she stopped accepting disrespect. Not because she became perfect, but because she became confident. Confidence isn't wearing expensive clothes or pretending to have everything together. Confidence is walking away from what no longer serves you. Confidence is saying no without feeling guilty. Confidence is choosing peace over constant drama. Confidence is believing that your value doesn't depend on someone else's opinion. Life continued to test her. There were days she cried, days she questioned herself, days she wanted to give up, but every time she fell, she remembered the woman she was becoming. She reminded herself that mountains are climbed one step at a time. Strong women are not born during easy seasons. They are created through disappointment, failure, heartbreak, rejection, and perseverance. Every scar became proof that she survived. Every setback became another lesson. Every challenge became another chapter in her story. She stopped comparing her journey with others. She understood that everyone has a different timeline. Some people bloom early, others bloom later, but flowers never apologize for blooming in their own season. She also learned that protecting her peace was not selfish. It was necessary. She stopped allowing negativity to rent space in her mind. She chose friends who celebrated her success instead of competing with it. She surrounded herself with people who inspired growth instead of feeding fear. Most importantly, she forgave herself. She forgave herself for staying too long, for trusting the wrong people, for doubting her own abilities, because she finally understood that growth begins the moment guilt ends. She wasn't trying to become someone else anymore. She was becoming the person she was always meant to be: independent, wise, kind, resilient, graceful, powerful. She no longer needed validation from strangers. She no longer chased temporary attention. She built a life that made her proud when nobody was watching. The strongest victories are often invisible. They happen inside the heart long before the world ever notices. If you're watching this today and you feel broken, remember this: you are not behind. You are not too late. You are not too damaged to start again. Every sunrise is proof that life believes in new beginnings. Your story isn't over because one chapter was painful. The next chapter is waiting for you to write it. Take one small step today. Read one page. Learn one lesson. Take one walk. Say one positive thing to yourself. Small actions repeated consistently create extraordinary transformations. Never underestimate what 1 year of discipline can do. Never underestimate what one decision can change. And never underestimate the power of a woman who chooses to rebuild herself. Because once she discovers her strength, nothing can take it away. She doesn't need revenge. She doesn't need approval. She doesn't need permission. She simply keeps moving forward, one step, one lesson, one victory at a time. If this message touched your heart, remember this: The woman you are becoming is far stronger than the woman who once believed she wasn't enough. Keep going. Your future self is already grateful that you never gave up.